Hello everyone and welcome now to game number, the only game I will be casting from this series. It is going to be between iMB spawning as the red Night Elf player over here on the top left hand side of Echo Isle. Meanwhile, over here on the top right we have Yurthebestofctt spawning as the human player. Eagle-eyed viewers will automatically realize there is a goblin laboratory in the center portion of this map, and with that, it means that this is a Reign of Chaos game. Yes, Reign of Chaos is still very much alive and well here in 2016, and it gives me a fresh set of eyes and perspective in order to cast some of these games. It is going to be an Archmage opening up. Still no barracks though, surprisingly, as it may just be a simple militia clear. He is going to be going up, most likely up against a Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter going to be popping out and training up here in just a moment. Strange positioning on this Moonwell. Back across here, maybe it is for some strategy that I am not quite aware of. I am assuming that if it was going up against a Orc and a Blade Master, we would see your much more typical wall-off location here. Also, the tree line is actually a little bit different. This is Reign of Chaos arena. As things are getting underway, I am going to be speeding things up just a little bit. This looks like it may actually be an extremely long game. Hopefully that is not the case, as I do not have all the time in the world to try and cast all of these games here. Anyways, let's go ahead and break things down here. Archmage going to go ahead and use the militia to clear out this particular creep camp. It looks as though the Ogre Warrior will end up dropping Gloves of Haste. Gloves of Haste, a very useful item on this map, just because the Archmage can attack a little bit faster. It may be given to, say, the Mountain King later on, as that Mountain King does better use the proccing ability with that bash. Now, long games on Echo Isle are not that common just because there is not that many places to build up your expansions. Demon Hunter going to go ahead and finish off that last unit there, as the Demon Hunter does pick up Claws of Attack +6. Meanwhile, back across in the center, you can see the number of Moonwells that were trying to be constructed in the center portion of the map. That is not going to work out extremely well, as we may see, yes, the Moonwell healing up that last Wisp. That Wisp is down to 9 hit points. There's the detonation as the Archmage now down to 28 hit points. A Mana Burn would take him out. I do not know if the Demon Hunter had Evasion or Mana Burn first. My guess right now is that the Demon Hunter does not have Mana Burn, teched Evasion, and is probably regretting that decision. Archmage will be able to get away down to 33 hit points. Footmen are now attempting to take down this forward position Moonwell, as the archers may be trying to come off here and doing a bit of damage as well. Archers gonna, well, pelt down those footmen just a little bit, as I'm curious as to what this center or central Moonwell will be doing. Back across here, Archmage does not have an easy way to heal up. Mercenary Camp perhaps could be used and trying to pick up a Forest Troll Shadow Priest, but right now, this is one of the problems that, well, was addressed by the Arcane Vault. Early access to healing is now available for all 4 races in the Frozen Throne, but for the human player right now, he doesn't have that Scroll of Regeneration, meaning that that Archmage is going to be a little bit worse for wear for quite some time. Demon Hunter is back home. Archers are going to be able to perhaps get a volley of arrows off onto that Archmage here in just a moment. No, doesn't even bother. The archers are trying to squeeze play into those footmen, as the archers do deal fairly high damage, 19 to 22 damage per attack, even though, well, they are a little bit weaker in the long run. All right, footmen back off to the north here. Archmage does have a Gem of True Seeing. Mana Burn onto the Archmage. Archmage now down to 70 hit points as it is trying to get away. No easy way to slip away at all, as the Demon Hunter is continuing that chase. Another Mana Burn. That Archmage now down to 17 hit points instead, as the footman now running back off to the north. Is the Archmage going to be able to pick up a Forest Troll Shadow Priest, or is it just going to be shut down for a little while longer? Mountain King going to be joining in on the fight. We can see Arcane Sanctum is being built, as the Priest is going to be needed here in just a moment. Archmage going to be staying at or getting to level 2 here in just a moment. There you have it. Brilliance Aura now added, having a little bit more hit points as well, and that Mountain King should act as some sort of deterrent for any sort of Demon Hunter that tries to rush on in. It looks as though a Scroll of the Beast was used. I cannot imagine why the Archmage would actually use that Scroll of the, or the Demon Hunter would use the Scroll of the Beast that early, as you now see one Footman gonna get taken out. Archmage pushing back the other way. That Mountain King is such a big threat early on, as another Archer does get taken down. A quick what was that? A Wand of Negation to finish off the Water Elemental, as the Archmage is down to 92 hit points, needs to get away once more. There is some more healing there, and he is probably glad that he did not have more hit points at this point. Archmage going to be squeezing back across over here. There is a mana burn onto the Priest. The Priest is not going to be able to heal nearly as much, as the Mountain King may be able to put pressure onto this Demon Hunter. Stormbolt, no Stormbolt, not enough mana, as the Mountain King now looking to back off here. This is not a good spot to be in, as the Footman is trying to make its way inside behind enemy lines here, unable to do so as the Peasants were blocking that position. Priests are in position here. Footmen still do not have defend. Mountain King trying to get away, as we are still engaging in this fight off here once more. Militia now pushing once again, as the Archmage is going to be forced to back off. Alright, Keeper of the Grove with that entangle. Turnabout is going to be fair play, as the Keeper of the Grove should easily entangle any Footman. That Footman was pretty much going to be out of that fight. No Dispel magic whatsoever, as the Priest is trying to keep that Footman alive, and it looks like it will stay alive at least for a little while longer. Archmage does get stopped in its tracks once more, as we can see more damage coming across. There goes that Archer, that Gem of True Seeing, doing a great job there, as Shadow Melding does not work for those Archers. Pushing back once again, Mountain King gonna try and finish off some of these units, but without Bash and with no mana, there is no possibility for any stuns, as the Demon Hunter now down to 40 mana. Mountain King, is it going to be able to get enough mana? That is the question right now. Archmage still does not have enough mana. We should be seeing a mana burn come across onto that Mountain King here in just a moment. There you have it again, as we now see Slow going the other way. Demon Hunter going to be in a big trouble, down to 25 hit points. Scroll of Town Portal used as the Fireball was about to hit, and there you have it. There is that first retreat. After that big fight, 35 over 40 supply going up against 38 over 42. More Peasants are being added. This is a single Sanctum. And we still don't see any upgrades coming across for those Footmen against this majority Archer defense. A majority Archer army. Alright, Archmage picks up a Scroll of Healing, has a Potion of Healing as well. Mountain King is starting to get a bit more mana, and now the Demon Hunter and the Keeper of the Grove have to be very careful. One bad stun on a hero, and things can go from bad to worse in a moment's notice. Archmage now looking to drop a Water Elemental there. Here we have Wand of Negation. Yes, still one charge on the Wand of Negation. Slow cast on the Demon Hunter. Not going to be able to lead that forward charge any longer, as you see damage being soaked up by that Water Elemental there. Water Elemental still sitting only at level 1, as we could see a Stormbolt go down. There we go, Stormbolt onto the Keeper of the Grove. Keeper of the Grove trying to get away. Slow, Wand of Negation being used. Footman still does not have defend, as the Demon Hunter gets to level 4. Archmage still sitting at level 2, dropping more Water Elementals once more. Demon Hunter still pretty much getting ignored at this point, as another mana burn goes down, not affecting very much, as that Priest was already relatively low on hit points. Our Keeper of the Grove down to 37 hit points. Will it be able to get away? Footman still without defend. Archmage should be really trying to launch fireballs at that Keeper of the Grove, and it looks like one more fireball should do it, and now down goes the Keeper of the Grove, as the Archmage is in a little bit of hurt. Once again, the Demon Hunter may be forced to use another Scroll of Town Portal. That is a very expensive unit there, as the Archer down to 149, 150 hit points, being forced to use that Scroll of Healing. And yes, that Archmage would have died if it wasn't for that Scroll of Healing. Big use right there. Archmage now still alive. Demon Hunter sitting at level 4. The Moonwells are going to be rather empty at this point, as there is no way to artificially fill them. Only 2 Moonwells inside the base, with 1 across here. Now, it is often seen that a Night Elf player will build and construct additional Moonwells in order to have more healing. That is not what we're seeing here, as the Strength of the Moon is going to be giving 1-0 upgrades. Alright, Archmage are going to be in a little bit of trouble. There is some Dispel or a Dispel or magic right there. Kobold Geomancer going to get taken down. Archmage at 3. Mountain King now sitting at 2. Plenty of mana on both heroes right now, as that Archmage with that Brilliance Aura should be able to drop a Water Elemental in this next upcoming fight. Mountain King also looking very, very strong here. Are we going to perhaps see some damage being dealt? Kobold Geomancer, or Kobold, just taken out there, as the Renegade Wizard will end up falling. Pure of Vitality picked up by that Mountain King, up to 975 hit points. Archmage sitting at a very, very flimsy 525, as the Demon Hunter has a plethora of healing items right now. Scroll of Healing, Potion of Healing, Scroll of Town Portal, in order to get out of any bad or sticky situation, as the Keeper of the Grove looks like he has, well, Summon Ents. Alright, Keeper of the Grove now trying to get away. Mountain King nowhere to be found. Scroll of Healing quickly used. Footman still absorbing a whole large amount of damage, as we see triple heroes already being brought into play. There is the Wand of Negation. Water Elemental quickly taken out, as the Mountain King now loses all of his mana. Mountain King wants to get to level 3, gets in the bash right there. He does not have the Gloves of Haste. Not quite sure why that is not given to the Mountain King once you already have bash now, as the Archmage still looking to pull back. Big fight going down across here. Sorceress gonna get taken down. There it goes as well. Beautiful focus fire by the Night Elf, as Militia are showing up to join in on the fight, as we are at the halfway point of this map. Alright, Militia do move relatively fast, can get in some damage. Ents now joining in on the fight as well. 3 Force of Nature is being brought in, as we see Quick Dispel magic taking them down. Archer almost taken down as well, as that Archer will be able to flee at 6 hit points. Alright, a lot of death across multiple units, as we now finally see Footman with Defend. Footman with Defend is going to keep the Footman alive for a much longer time, but now the Archers have easier targets to pick off, the Priest and the Sorceress. Mountain King trying to get away, down to 35 hit points. Archmage is right off over here as well. Keeper of the Grove isn't going to be able to get off an entangle, as the Demon Hunter is going to get another mana burn again. Mountain King at 179 hit points and still going to get away. We should be looking at a slow right there, as the Demon Hunter now slowed down. All right, Keeper of the Grove could get slowed as well. No upgrade on the Sorceress, so you're not going to have enough mana for an additional slow either. Back across in the center, Archmage is looking to finish off some of these units. Keeper of the Grove pushing back the other way again, as the Archers still looking to focus down this one particular low hit point Priest. Alright, it looks as though it will be able to get away. Archer is going to get taken down here. Archmage once again getting mana burned, as there is just action all across the map. Keeper of the Grove going to finish off this Priest here. It could dispel magic himself in order to stay alive, but no, it does not seem to be the case. The Demon Hunter going to get that final kill there. Alright. It looks as though both of these sides will be able to regroup and retreat for just a little bit. No one having the clear advantage as of yet. Mana burn goes down on that Archmage, as we are still not yet at Castle. It is much more common to see players get to tier 3 for that additional tri-hero, as that hero training also gives you a pretty much free Scroll of Town Portal. Rather than buying a Scroll of Town Portal, might as well spend a little bit of extra gold and get a hero as well, and get a, well, Scroll of Town Portal for free. Demon Hunter now sitting at 5. We may see Metamorphosis on that Demon Hunter, as a mana burn coming across onto that Archmage again. Alright, Archer going to be going, or perhaps getting taken down. Mountain King does have enough for a Stormbolt, finishes it off, gets level 2 Brilliance Aura onto that Archmage, and that was definitely worth it for the added mana on the Sorceress, Priest, and Mountain King. Still, no one setting up expansions as of yet. Archmage unable to drop a Water Elemental after that latest mana burn. Mountain King is sitting very strong at 65 mana and climbing, as he should have enough for a Stormbolt for this upcoming fight. Finally, Gloves of Haste on the Mountain King, but that is an additional item drop, as the Archmage still holds his... is it Gloves of Haste? I only see one glove, so maybe it's a Glove of Haste. As the Mountain King now going to be heading back off to the top right. How you can wear 2 Gloves of Haste? Well, one size is extra small, one size is extra large, as you fit a pair on top of another. What is the follow-up play going to be? So far, I am impressed at by the fact that the Archmage, well, now he's wearing 2 Gloves of Haste. I did not know how I called that, but we are going to be looking at the Mountain King. Stormbolt. Alright, Demon Hunter with double potions of healing. Mana burn right there. There's 1 potion of healing. Scroll of healing could be coming right behind it, as the Mountain King is, well, where Mountain King trying to even things up. You can see that Bash is going to help a bit, as a Scroll of Healing quickly used. Mountain King still trying to finish off this Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter now in the backfield here, getting slowed. Was there another Bash? No additional Bashes. And this is why I say that Mountain King really needs a pair of Gloves of Haste. If you can get 3 pairs of Gloves of Haste onto that Mountain King will be bashing away at that Demon Hunter and perhaps proccing and getting him stunned. That is the absolute best thing that could happen right now, but we still do not see that type of play come in from the human. We are now seeing at 44 over 48 supply. No plans detected tier 3 at all. Meanwhile, we are still at Tree of Ages. Both sides sitting at tier 2, not going for the typical tri-hero. Alright, mass archers are joining in on the fight still, adding in more and more. Their damage perhaps, 21 to 30 now. Very, very high damage indeed, as the Ancient of War may get taken out here. Archers getting caught in transit. That's the last thing you want as more units are coming across here. Archers should Archmage should really be focusing on these units instead. There goes another archer as one more will get taken down. Mountain King looking very strong with 120 mana. Gets entangled, but he should be able to land a Stormbolt off here. There goes another archer going after the units instead of going after the heroes, which is probably a decent call at this point. Footman unable to reflect that damage back, but still taking reduced damage from those archers, as the mass archer strategy of the Night Elf is no longer gonna work. Mountain King continuing this fight off over here. Keeper of the Grove trying to slip off to the north. Mountain King does not have enough mana, nor will he, as he gets mana burned again. Archmage does attack fairly fast right now, as that Mountain King is still just one step behind. Demon Hunter down to 600 hit points, taking a lot of damage. Does have no longer has that potion of healing, and the Demon Hunter is now in serious trouble. Down to 350. Is going to be able to finish it off. There you go. Demon Hunter at 91 mana. Metamorphosis quickly used, as all you can really do is run away. The Demon Hunter with that splash damage and potion of healing given to him, I believe, by the Keeper of the Grove. And what you want to do when the Demon Hunter is in Metamorphosis is wait it out far away. Forest Troll, Shadow Priest, all in position. Footman actually walking a little bit too close here. A new Footman joining in on the fight to try to pull away some of that aggro, as the Water Elemental is dropped into play. Mountain King will get to level 4. Archmage may get to level 5. As it looks, yes, it looks like the Archmage will get to level 5 after finishing at least this Renegade Wizard and Kobold Geomancer. Should be will get there, as that Renegade Wizard does fall. Alright, Lightning Shield on that Sorceress needs to go ahead and disenchant that. Archmage now at level 5. Level 2 Brilliance Aura with level 3 Water Elementals. Probably the best way to go, as the Mountain King may get to level 5 here. Ogre Lord gonna go ahead and get taken down here. Keeper of the Grove finishing it off. Meanwhile, the 5-3-3 creep camp will get cleared up here in just a second. Mountain King and Archmage are both not gonna level, but mass teleport looks like it will be in the near foreseeable future, as that Archmage still gaining a bit more experience. We are seeing at 48 over 48 supply. Not quite sure why you would stay at low upkeep right now, as gold management on this map is absolutely key. iMB is getting 10 gold a second, while the human player is only getting 7 gold a second. Even though the army of the human player is slightly larger, if you're going to be paying taxes, might as well reach, I guess, the upper limits of your tax bracket and have a larger, better impact on that upcoming fight. What we're most likely going to see is stronger items from the Demon Hunter, as we've been seeing a lot of potions of healing and scrolls of healing used. As those scrolls of healing and potions of healing are on that Demon Hunter, even though they don't add to the overall army size, it does have a very big impact, as we are now looking at a Town Hall being added here. Alright, Trents, excuse me, gonna go ahead and engage. Footman now looking to fight back here. Is the Archmage gonna be able to finish off some of these units? Nightcrawler could get taken down. There is a slow attack right there. That Nightcrawler gonna spread around some of that poison very easily. As there goes one. Tome of Intelligence. Just attack the Trent, gain some experience. Attack another Trent, gain some more experience. As we are now once again on the move. Mountain King sitting at near max mana, also sitting at almost level 5, and a level 5 Mountain King going up against a level 6 Demon Hunter. That's perhaps one of the battles that you really always want to see. The Demon Hunter will be able to mana burn, but if the Mountain King can get off 2 Stormbolts, that is still going to be a tremendous advantage for that Mountain King, since the Demon Hunter will be stunned at least for a little while. Alright, Mountain King, is he going to go ahead and land a Stormbolt off onto that Demon Hunter at the very least? He has maximum mana. Where's that Stormbolt? There, no, Stormbolt onto an Archer instead. Alright, the Ogre Mauler should be trying to focus down the lower hit point units. You can see the Ogre Mauler gets focused down very, very quickly. Scroll of Healing counteracting this, and the Mountain King, well, finally gets a kill off there, and also has a Potion of Mana. That first Stormbolt did not do very much, as the units were not focused at all. And right now, I'm sure the human player was wishing he could take that engagement back and do it again. All right, Footman still being added here. Night Elf looking to start to get the upper hand, but the expansion is in play. That expansion is going to quickly be destroyed, though. As you see, the Mountain King, our Sorceress, now all coming across to engage. All right, Footman with Defend. Scroll of Healing quickly used. Footman trying to get away, not going to be able to do so, as the Archmage is going to be ready to go. Mountain King has a lot of very strong items here. Let's see what's going to be the upcoming fight. Archer, Stormbolt, Mountain King just trying to finish off units every which way that it can. And if it can get another easy kill, there's level 5 now. Level 5 onto the... just get attacked there. There you go. Stormbolt again. The Mountain King is going to be a one-man wrecking crew waiting to get the cooldown back. And then perhaps using that Potion of Mana to finish off more archers. All right, the remaining units are all now taken down. Mountain King going after the units, ignoring the heroes. And this is going to be an interesting fight. Mountain King getting mana burned down. Let's see if he's going to use that potion and then finish off these remaining units here. Archers trying to fight and surviving, but still not working out all too well. Archers are going after the remaining units as the Archmage does get to 6. Mountain King sitting at 5, does not have a Potion of Mana usage just quite yet. Are we going to see a Staff of Teleportation? Or no Scroll of Town Portal. Archmage now in a hurry to get away. Down to 67 hit points. Down to 50. As the Demon Hunter, all he needs to do is wait. Well, actually, he needed to wait a little longer. He needed to wait a little longer for that mana burn, and he would have been fine. And he does get taken down. Meanwhile, back across over here, what is happening? Mountain King... it looks like he was trying to chase a unit and unable to get that Keeper of the Grove, losing a level 6 Archmage without taking down at least a corresponding level 5 Keeper of the Grove. Is that Mountain King going to be strong enough? Archmage getting resurrected. We do have a bit more income coming in for the human player, as the gold mines are going to be running out here in about 15 seconds. All right. No more gold, and it looks like the Night Elf player will have to uproot his Tree of Ages and make the slow walk to the south. He does not have to spend the additional gold to build and construct an additional base, so that would be his one benefit right now, as the remaining... well, oh, Tome of Strength +2, please pick it up. Thank you, Mountain King, picking up that Tome of Strength +2 up to 1,300 hit points. Extremely powerful, extremely high, as the Mountain King does a quick check to make sure that there is no expansion here. He's going to head off to the north. You can see Ancients of War and the Tree of Ages now making its way back down. Mountain King Footmen are going to be making its way off to the north here. Are they going to catch all of these Wisps in transit? As we now see, well, the peasants are now making their way in across here. All right, Mountain King could try to get a Stormbolt off, at least finish off a Wisp. The Wisp is just most likely going to detonate anyways. There you go. Might as well just Stormbolt it, at least gain a bit of experience, as the Tree of Ages is still making that slow walk down. 28 over 50. Demon Hunter now making its way across. No, oh no, call to arms possible. This is not Frozen Throne, so you can call to arms at any town hall. All right, the Ents, or the Trents, are now making their way back in. A lot of experience just given here, as we're now looking for a big fight. Slow being cast, as we are looking at a 33 over 60 army compared to 28 over 50. All right. Archers, Footmen, Demon Hunter, are we going to get a bit of defend? Demon Hunter quickly finishing off some units. No defend whatsoever, not quite sure why, as they are charging in here. Mountain King getting mana burned, no more mana at all, but he does have a Potion of Mana, so he should be able to get off at least one Stormbolt or two. Archmage now joining in on the fight again. Does have a Potion of Healing this time around. Should be dropping a Water Elemental, as the Metamorphosis Demon Hunter is just completely wreaking havoc. All right, Archers. What is going on across here? Just do one more shot. Nope. Archers are going to be slipping back off to the north, as the Keeper of the Grove and the Demon Hunter ready to engage. All right, there's that Mana Burn. There's that Water Elemental joining in on that fight. There's a detonation, as the Mountain King is still here trying to fight back here. All right, let's continue to fight this out. Mountain King currently in trouble. Has a Scroll of Town Portal. Is it going to be able to Stormbolt anything or Thunderclap? There's the Potion of Mana. Does it take down the Keeper of the Grove? It looks like it might. Yes, it does. But there is no more healing left in the game, as I'll believe all the priests have been taken out. Alright, he could start training up a priest here in just a moment, but the Keeper of the Grove has been destroyed. Tree of Ages making a long trek to the other end of the base. 17 over 60 supply. Come on, at least train a priest. You have enough gold for I believe you have enough gold for a priest. You have enough gold for a priest. That's... Oh, alright. Wanted a Shadow Priest. Alright, Shadow Priest now joining in on the fight here. Medium armor takes extra damage from magic attacks. That's, I guess, not bad, as the Mountain King does come in and engage right here. Demon Hunter may be able to get off a mana burn. That's going to be the big question. Forest Troll, Shadow Priest. Mountain King could be able to turn back around and get a Stormbolt again off onto that Demon Hunter. That is the big question, as the Water Elemental wants to pick apart some of these units. Demon Hunter still trying to chase here. Mountain King Stormbolt there, and it is going to be able to buy a little bit of distance once more. Mountain King running for the hills. Archmage should actually be staying within realm of that Mountain King, as the Mountain King needs that mana. Alright, another Stormbolt could be happening. There's another Stormbolt again. Demon Hunter running, chasing after a Mountain King. Mountain King turning around just long enough to give a little bit of problems, as the Archmage realizes, hey, Mountain King, you cannot do this again if necessary. Alright, Water Elemental has been dropped. Archmage is in that front position. Staff of Mass Teleport is in play. No expansion here. Where is that Tree of Ages? The Tree of Ages is in the center portion of the map. Not even mining at all. 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. No wisps. There are no wisps available, and if you really want to train up anything, you need to sell an item from that Demon Hunter. Perhaps the Wand of Negation, and then in order to entangle anything. Alright, 1 gold left. That is it. I guess you can do the Walk of Shame. Try to harvest a little bit of extra gold back at home. Archmage sells the detection, sells some additional items. That Forest Troll Shadow Priest is turning time into a resource right now, as that Forest Troll Shadow Priest should be able to heal back up. Archmage has level 2 Brilliance Aura, not using the Mass Teleport for some strange reason, as that's really what you should be using at this stage. Alright, one last Militia attempting to get away. A Tree of Ages and Ancients of War are now making their way into the base, and they may be able to root themselves and start engaging inside the base of the human player. That would be a tremendous blow, as the Mountain King still, I think, should really have those additional gloves of haste. The Mountain King is currently the only real threat at this point, but the Mountain King can get to level 6. He will be magic immune while in avatar form, and if he is magic immune, that is going to be the end of that. Mountain King, level 3 Brilliance Aura, gaining a lot of mana right now. Ogre Lord quickly taken down. Robe of Magi. If that Mountain King needed more anything. Archmage now with the triple gloves of haste. I really don't agree with that, but at least the Archmage is able to attack. It is the range unit that will help, as the Mountain King doesn't even have the additional mana either. Maybe the Robe of Magi will be transferred to him later? No, it does not look to be the case. Archmage is not the real threat here. It is the Mountain King with mana. If you can Stormbolt and get a lot of them off. There you go, teleporting back off to the north here. Mountain King going to be ready to go. Are we going to see some Stormbolts onto that Demon Hunter? Demon Hunter getting Stormbolted there. Big damage already, as the Mountain King getting more mana again. Alright, Water Elementals. Water Elemental could try and engage. Should just turn around and attack a bit, since it was low on time life as well. Alright, we are looking at a 13 supply army, and that is it. No Wand of Negation. Ancients of War now joining in. Avatar, Stormbolt onto an Archer. Archmage gonna get mana burned, continuing that fight. And now this is probably where the Avatar wished he had 75 more mana. Demon Metamorphosis finishes off the Forest Troll Shadow Priest. More damage being added again. Archmage is in a bit of a run. Staff of Teleportation, or not Staff of Teleportation, Mass Teleport going to be heading back down to the south here instead.
A town is under siege.
And that Avatar really would be benefiting more from that bash. Being able to attack faster is a significant advantage. Metamorphosis on that Demon Hunter, he should just be attacking. he gets chaos damage, which deals full damage to everything and deals attacks do damage to divine beings. All right, so can also do damage to divine beings as well, as we see the farm now getting absolutely destroyed. All right, Ancients of War gonna slowly take everything out here. Archmage, Mountain King gonna arrive to the party. Stormbolt onto the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter could come in once again. Archmage needs to drop another Water Elemental here in just a moment to try to finish things off. There's a Forest Troll Berserker. Where did that come from? 14 over 36. He sold some additional items maybe, as the Forest Troll Berserker now trying to finish down these units. All right, Stormbolt onto the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter now down to 522 hit points. Units are now trying to back off here. Archmage does drop a second Water Elemental. That is going to be big, as the Tree of Ages is not going to be able to survive this onslaught of splash damage from these Water Elementals. Mountain King getting mana burned once more. Units are now trying to finish off the Tree of Ages. Tree of Ages now down, and the Demon Hunter with a Potion of Healing. This is all that he really has. Archmage, 36 plus 6 damage right there. Mountain King, 44 to 54, and it looks as though the Ancient of War will get taken out. Down across over here, a lone peasant was taken out. That farm is not going to be enough, as this is going to be a problem. If this does turn into a base race situation, well, Archmage is able to summon Water Elementals. Mountain King should still... Archmage really needs to move in formation with that Mountain King. Mountain King needs that mana in order to really do anything. All right, we're going to see a Stormbolt. There you go. There's a Stormbolt again. Demon Hunter not going to be able to encroach on it. The Mountain King gonna be able to get back up to 75 mana. Would be already there if the Mountain King and Archmage were walking along side by side. Stick close to your friends, as the Mountain King already back up to 80. Yeah, Archmage plus 6 attack, or would you rather have an additional 75 mana on a Mountain King? There is another Stormbolt again. Mountain King is in position. He doesn't care if he takes a mana burn right now. He's already down to 42 mana, as the Archmage is still wandering around. All right, I think if he gave the Robe of Magi to that Mountain King right now, he would instantly have 75 mana, be able to Stormbolt, and then give the Robe of Magi back. That would be one of the best uses of mana manipulation in the game that I've seen in quite some time, as another Stormbolt does go down. Demon Hunter heals back up. Are we going to see him engage here? Yes, we are. There is one Moonwell in the back, and this is all she wrote. The Demon Hunter mana burns down the Mountain King. Mountain King down to 606 hit points. No bashes coming in at all. A little bit of a surprise here. The Demon Hunter isn't going to be able to finish off enough. There it goes. It does get one bash off. Potion of Healing now given to the Mountain King. Archmage gets mana burn, but 3 Water Elementals are in play, as the Mountain King still continuing this fight. Mountain King down to 250, down to 200, down to 160, 378. Continuing this fight. Immolation being used by the Demon Hunter in order to survive. Demon Hunter going after the Mountain King. Mountain King now down to 172 hit points. Archmage is trying to finish off that Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter down to 125, and Mountain King turns the corner. If he just turned the corner that way, he may have actually been able to finish it off and still maintain sight. All right, Mountain King, where is it going? Down to 122 hit points. Archmage still trying to find that target. Demon Hunter at 85 hit points, slowly regenerating, as the Mountain King is going to be hiding back across over here. Sells, buys a Potion of Healing. Is he going to use it? He uses it in time. Just turn around and attack the Demon Hunter. You could have gotten a bash in to finish it off. Mountain King now up to 90 mana. Stormbolt, there's the GG. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.